there we go. Well, good evening, sir. How are you?
Alive and dry with this weather, which is impressive.
You guys got a little bit of flooding going on up in Sarasota, yeah?
We average 5 to 10 inches. A bridge nearby partially collapsed. Yeah, it's been great.
Dang.
Obligatory. We needed the rain.
First one in. What's up, bitches? How are you, brother? What's going on, Mr.
Oh my God,
himself.
It's him, the man I keep forgetting to call back. Christopher, please love me. I'm so sorry.
I'm glad.
I've been busy.
I'm glad that relationship's falling apart. I'm jealous. That's just me.
It's a one-way street, man. He has all the love, and I'm just the distant father.
That's okay. You went out for scratchers, and you never came back. I understand.
Scratches and camels, dude.
So, and how's everything on your end, guys? Everybody, as you know, obviously we do our 5-minute ramble. Get everybody in, let everybody get good and settled.
Ramble.
Yes, sir. That's how we do. So everything good up on your end. What have you been up to, sir?
So just came back from Geigerlands, which was very fun. The weekend before that, I was in Texas. Geigerlands was in New York. Starting since last weekend, turn the fucking notifications off, woman. Yes, every time, every stream.
Sorry, phone. It turned everything off except for my phone. Sorry.
Yes. I am taking a 2-month break to stay in the state for Airsoft. So I'm not taking a break from Airsoft. I'm taking a couple months off to not leave the state for Airsoft. Airsoft Blues was great. We're talking.
You could not stand if you had taken a break from Airsoft. Nobody wants that.
Scorch was great. Geiger was great. Palooza was great. We got a lot of great upcoming things. But really just for just for a month or two, I'm just gonna be like, I'll stick in Florida. So
by the way, did you see this? Tee-hee-hee.
Well, I didn't know you were so wishy-washy and not that committed. Stop messaging in the chat, Weiner. You keep moving my screen around.
This is not from the barracks. If you do it, I'll kick you out. It's not from the barracks. We don't do that here.
Sup, Orlando? What it be? What it do?
What's going on? How's everybody? Got 2 more minutes of this, and then we're gonna hit it to my man. He's gonna be ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Just actually, speaking of the next couple months, the next couple months are looking pretty bare, which is kind of fun. Huh.
Oh, as far as
events, because we're gonna be in like middle summer, which is cool.
Well, what's next month? What are we in now? June, July.
Yeah, actually, then August. Yeah, there's nothing going on. Yeah, it's kind of sick.
I have. Oh, Chris, look, you showed up. Not at the field, but here on the stream. Good to see you.
Wow, that was rude on your end.
He's working. He's an important man. He's a very important man.
Wow, I'm so glad you work with us in such guilt trip. No.
I'm not glad he gets paid. I'm not glad about nothing.
Yeah.
Look at me. You ever met me? I'm short. I'm not glad about anything. No. It's terrible. Boy, so I'm hoping the rain stops, so we're good for the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe I'll.
Looking... I was just gonna say, I keep looking. Yeah, July and August are just our game days. There's summer strike, but I think they recently canceled that on Striker side because they wised up and went, damn, it's hot. Games pick up in October. Operation Backyard, woo woo. Oh, you know what's not in here? Oh no, I'm about to catch so much heat. I see Wasteland. Oh no, why isn't Thunderdome 5 in here? What the hell is this?
CRISPR.
Yeah, I'm actually confused how I didn't add it. Yeah, what the hell? Somebody dropped the date quick. I need to update my calendar. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's not in my calendar. That's crazy.
It's your time. Let's do it.
Quick, CRISPR, put the dates in the chat so I can update my calendar.
Time to be fully successful at everything you're about to do.
Yeah.
I have absolute faith in you.
All right. I'm retiring. No. Wow, that's actually blowing me away. That's such a huge mess up. So, month of July, sup, folks. We're looking at a very slow July. Summer strike was recently announced to not be happening. So there's that. So July is pretty much our 2 game days, the 13th and the 27th. Moving right into August. Game days, August 10th and the 24th. Hilarious. Wow. And September.
You look so interested in all that you're doing here.
August 23rd, 25th. Oh, my God. What is happening? I'm falling apart. Thunderdome 5 is August 23rd, 25th at Northgate Mall in Durham, North Carolina. It's going to be awesome. You're looking at USSR Command, Papa and I.
That'll be me. Absolutely.
It's
Can't wait to
it's
get
at a mall.
going on that one.
It's going to rule. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely check that out. And you know what? Also, too, there is Battle 6. But, man, I guess I've just been so comfortable with my calendar for so long I haven't updated it. Look at that. Look at Weiner to the rescue. We're looking at Battle for Six Flags in September. Sold out, It's at the abandoned New Orleans Six Flag theme park in bright, wet, and wonderful New Orleans, Louisiana. We'll be there.
If you didn't get your tickets, I'm sorry to hear, but we will be there in force.
And you won't. So that's that. If you didn't get your ticket already. So, yeah. It's going to be awesome. We can't wait to see you all there. You know what? Let's just Are
you done? Is that
yeah, let's just end it there. Yeah, a couple months out. Well, because the couple months, I mean, it's pretty slow, and that's kind of it. Battle Six Flags is going to rule in September. August is the wonderful Thunderdome 5. I can't believe I didn't have Thunderdome 5 on my calendar. That is amazing. I wonder if somebody's been going, oh, you know what? I think we're getting pranked. I think somebody's in my calendar deleting stuff the more I think about it. There have been very rude notes in there. Sorry, folks. I blame somebody else. It's out of my control.
Look at you passing the buck.
Yep. I'll start naming names. I'll start naming suspects. No, but let's just end it there. And I want to get right into I dare say the butter on my bread that we're about to bring into the stream. I'm very excited for our guest this weekend.
So, as we've been doing, this is the 3rd installment of our series for Meet the Event Producers and Promoters. And this time we're doing one that's very close to us, no matter how far away we want him to be. This would be Mr. What's the name of his company again?
NuBreed Airsoft. That was so...
Mr. Rob Weiner from NuBreed Airsoft. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on.
Wow.
No.
That's okay. I'm not going to fault you for forgetting my company name, which you obviously didn't forget. But I'm going to fault Toucan for forgetting all the events.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I'm currently in a scheduling war with somebody, and I'm not going to say names, but I think I just got my comeuppance on that because I thought I was winning.
You also forgot Crossbones in October too.
Oh, I did.
UCA.
That's a big one actually right there. That's actually a pretty big one because that's their first 24 hour.
I'm writing these down. I'm writing these down so I have them actually on a paper now whenever I get to go on. And
actually, technically, I ended in September. I'm safe. Thank you very much.
This is why we have a golf tournament to get to. Golf tournament? Good God, no! It's softball tournament. Get it straight.
Oh.
Matter of fact, college softball is going on right now, so I've been watching that all week.
Anyway,
dude.
We had a conversation before the stream began. Tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Yeah, hi. I'm Rob Weiner. My last name is Weiner. Everybody calls me Weiner. I am the, I guess Seb usually calls me a boomer, but I am the old fart of the group who loves to do, the schmedium. No, this is an actual large shirt. I'm looking thinner, a little bit thinner. The shirt makes me look thinner. That's all it is. Thank you, Rattlers. Love you guys. Love your whole team. Love everybody associated with the brotherhood. But no, what do you want to know besides that I'm the big wiener? I'm the big wiener.
That is a fantastic shirt, by the way.
I am the owner of NuBreed Airsoft, the only owner of NuBreed Airsoft. I have no partners. That is the best way in the world to do it. You don't have to answer to anybody except yourself. The only bad thing, if something screws up, I'm the only one to blame.
It's all on you, baby.
But that's okay. That's okay, because so far I am shooting. I'm shooting for the stars, and we're doing great. NuBreed Airsoft is getting out there. I'm not looking to do a ton of events. Actually, I'm having fun going to the events and promoting NuBreed. I have stuff in the works coming up. I have one scheduled event coming up in October. We'll talk more as we get more into the stream here and stuff. But I love all my fans I see out there. Mr. Walker, sir, you're my brother. I can't wait to be up there. I'm actually going to be working at your event. I'm going to be doing chrono up there and then playing. So cannot wait for Thunderdome 5 that I did not forget about and know is on August 23rd through the 25th. At Durham, North Carolina, at Northgate Mall. I'll plug it. Hey, Emma, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you're on here. Good to see you.
Yeah, that is.
Not that I'm saying you. That's what I meant. Not that I'm not. Shut up, Rob.
So,
shut up, old man.
So let's see. Rob, I've known you
too long.
Not as long as I've known Toucan, but almost as long.
Right. I'm one of the original ones who suckered you into opening a store.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. But tonight is not about me. It is about you.
Come on, it's your stream. You're awesome.
Yeah. So Weiner, let's treat you like the second oldest thing, the Big Bang. Let's start at the beginning, if you will. All right.
Let's start at the beginning. Okay, we'll start at the beginning. Start to hit me with the questions. I'll answer.
Well, I mean, so go ahead. No, go ahead.
What was your genesis? What got you interested, or at least in the know that airsoft existed?
We'll talk probably back about 2012 when I discovered airsoft. Prior to that, I was a paintball guy. I enjoyed paintball. I was getting ready to go hardcore paintball for woods ball. Not the speed ball, because I was slow back then too. This is back around 2010, 2011 when I was doing the paintball and kind of coming up. But then I was at a paintball field in Merritt Island, Florida. Combat City, I do believe. Combat Zone. I can't remember.
Combat City in Orlando, Florida, baby.
Okay, so I was at Combat Zone on Merritt Island. Combat City is where I ended up growing through because of them. But so I was at Combat Zone. I was there playing paintball with a bunch of friends. I had one of my guys that was trying. We kind of sort of worked together, but different companies. And we were there having a good time. And this kid was there with his dad, young kid, about 8 years old, and he had an airsoft rifle there. And I saw it, and the softball got him into airsoft. No, it did not.
I think she's right, though. Let's be honest.
No, softball did not get me into airsoft. I got softball into airsoft.
And that would be a topic for in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll get to there. We'll get to there eventually.
When the kids get to bed, go to bed.
That's right.
We'll bring that one up.
That's right. We'll bring that up a little later. But
anyways, I hate it here.
But so, anyways, the kid had an airsoft rifle. And from there, I was impressed. He told me he normally plays in Orlando, him and his dad. I talked to his dad. Normally playing in Orlando, told me to go check out the indoor field of Combat City in Orlando, Florida. So that's where I was born into airsoft. In 2012, just before I started my new job with my new company after Kodak went bankrupt. So and filed bankruptcy. So that's when I decided, okay, airsoft, here I come. So that's when I started going over, me and another guy, and we started bringing some of the local kids over too. And we formed a team called Team Punisher Airsoft, which is still alive today. And what we did was when we got to that field there, and we discovered we could actually play airsoft, and we're actually a little good on it. We met some of the higher up teams that were there that were running the place, and we kind of molded after them as far as how we wanted to do it, but in the way that when I was there, you would see all the younger kids wanting to follow us around. So that's where Team Punisher kind of grew. And every time we were there, if there was a little kid who wanted to follow and be like the big dogs, we would give him a what's called a morale patch. It was basically one of the little, I don't have one here, or have it on a hat somewhere, but I don't have one here. But anyways, the little Punisher patches, the little tiny little 1 inch by 2 inch Punisher patches, we would give to those little kids to help bring them up because they knew they wanted to blossom with it. And whether they were going to be there, that was their only time they were coming, or they were going to be there regular, we would give them a patch along those lines. And from there, as we grew with that field there, we became the home team. Team Punisher became the home team at that field. after a couple of other teams left or grew out of it or got too big for the britches type of thing. But majority of the teams were real good and taught us. So from there, I discovered MilSim. There was a whole nother life from airsoft at the indoor field or the outdoor field in Orlando. Combat City had the outdoor field out there, did a couple of their bigger events and had a blast. And from there, in 2016, I was introduced to MilSim by AMS, American MilSim, at Iron Horse 1 at the Guardian Center, which turned out to be the place of all places for me. It was a bucket list before I even got to be a bucket list.
And what year was that?
This was 2016, February of 2016. Believe it or not, that I can actually remember that. Even as old as I am, I remember that. And just grew from there to do AMS. I remember my first TCA event was at the old warehouse. I got before I learned about face shields and stuff, my nose is all scarred up because of airsoft. But 2016, I met Donna and Drew there. They were there the one time. I started meeting more and more people. And believe it or not, my name was called Pops because I was the old guy back then. Well, so I was called Pops back then. You Pops now, but I was called Pops because I was the oldest fart around, and but still was playing hard. And then I was at the AMS event at where was that at? I know it was TCA's. I think it was a TCA event at GTI that I went to when GTI was first there, or maybe it was AMS. I can't remember. It was AMS that was there because that's where I got my nose shot off. So that's where I ran into Paul. I can't remember Paul Fang.
Paul Atreides of House Atreides.
And then Drew Tingle there. And then when they found out my last name was Weiner, that's when my call sign Weiner was born. This was back in February, probably later of 2016. And then it's just been on and on from there. And then sometime in, was it Faded Giant? Faded Giant was at TCA at that old warehouse. I do believe that was it was Faded Giant. Faded Giant was the one and done at the warehouse I went to. And that's why I ran into Doomsday Airsoft. A bunch of the players from Doomsday Airsoft. And from there, it just grew from there. And I guess I don't know, I ended up being invited to the Doomsday event, went down there, played the first 2 Overwatches down at the prison. And from there, I was brought on board as staff. And
you weren't part of Doomsday till
2007. Before, was it 2017? I think or was it late 2016? I became part of. I believe it's late 2016 or early 2017 where I became part of Doomsday. And it just it's gone on from there. And then
hey John, how's it going, bud? Keep going.
It's just Paul Fung, and Drew. That's it. Yeah, Drew Tingle. Yep. And it's just grown from there for what I've done and who I've met and part of the TCA family now. But Doomsday, I was part of Doomsday forever. We'd go to all the different events, meet everybody. Then Doomsday went a different direction, or definitely went either closed up or went a different direction in what year was that? 21, end of 21 maybe. December of 21 or 22? It's 22. 22 because I know the beginning of 23 or March of 23 is when NuBreed was born. Because there was another company prior to that and had some issues, so I closed that down. You all know who that was. I mean, don't know about the company, but it was part of my growing experience to learn.
And I mean, you should talk a little bit about that. It's not,
it was an experience, not a failure.
It was an experience because I want to thank Doomsday Airsoft because Doomsday Airsoft is the one who brought me further into MilSim and also learning how to run and do events because I was the chief TAN admin for about 3 or 4 events. And I had a blast. I mean, it was a great learning experience. I was, I started thinking in my head, well, hey, maybe I can do this. And I believe 2022 formed a company called ATE, Apocalyptic Tactical Events. And that was my first foray into being an partner owner into an airsoft company. And it would have gone good if we would have stayed small, kind of like what I'm doing with NuBreed right now. And with my motto of what I'm trying to do when airsoft becomes more, it grew into that. So ATE went away because of some creative differences. I guess that's the best way to put it. And some financial faux pas, and we can call it that. And then shortly after that, closed doors and stuff like that, I said, I can do this by myself, and I'm going to do this by myself. That way I don't only have to answer to myself as far as who to blame and if it doesn't go anywhere. And NuBreed was born. And NuBreed so far has been all over the place. I mean, we've had I've had one great event. I had Cannonball Run was the first event as NuBreed Airsoft at Black Tiger Airsoft. Thank you to Danny McKnight for letting us do there. Was awesome. Hope to go back with Cannonball Run 2 in the near future once he builds up his new field some more, and he has a couple events under his belt over there. And then I did North versus South with the illustrious who are those guys? God dang it! Who was that?
They don't need to be remembered.
Yeah.
Players Wanted. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Shout out to Players Wanted.
Players, yeah. Shout out to Players Wanted, of course. Shout out because I'm on their stream every Tuesday night at 7:00.
Yep.
Saving his stream.
Shameless play.
Mark's a great. Don't get me wrong. Mark's a great guy. I enjoy being on the stream. I enjoy getting crap every time I'm on the stream. But anyways, back over here. Dead End Outfitters and we did a conglomerate for North versus South, which ended up being huge. Ended up being a lot of fun. Had a good time.
You okay?
And we're going from there. We're going off of there. So, and the food was awesome. But we did that at Wayne's World of Paintball, which is also
fabulous field, by the way.
Great field. Yep. And I probably more than likely will go back there again as NuBreed. And then coming up, we actually have another event coming up this October. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This October, it's going to be over in a new field to everybody. Although another event producer had an event there back a few months ago, and it was pretty successful. And we're going to go in there as NuBreed and do a fun event. It's going to be a blast. But like I said, we'll talk a little bit more here. Hey, Garcia, man, how's it going out west?
Top. Look at that. Come all the way from
Seattle.
Where's he? Seattle right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He's out in liberal country out there.
That's fantastic.
And he's still alive, so he must be doing something right.
I wouldn't go that far.
So anyway, so NuBreed is a brainchild. I forget who helped me name the company. I believe maybe it was Drew and Donna, or Drew came up with a name for it. But it just NuBreed leaves us open. We can do any type of event, which is good, not just strictly milsim. So like we got the fun event coming up, but at the same token is I'm using the milsim rules. And the reason behind, and the big motto with NuBreed when airsoft becomes more, is the fact when I started into milsim, I could not. The first time I went was, like I said, it was an AMS at Iron Horse. The first day we were there, we showed up on Saturday morning. We didn't show up Friday night, not knowing that they were everything Friday night. We showed up on Saturday morning, and we were lost. Although we had everything good. My logistics guy had everything done. All our waivers, handed them all in. They said, we wish every team was like that when we showed up to registration, stuff like that. But when we got out in the field and saw all those players out there and all the different squads set up and the platoons set up and the divisions, it was like, we were like, so what my company does is we want to bring that airsoft player, no matter how old you are, you're out there with your dad, you're out there, out there with your team, and you've never done a milsim before. We want you to get that experience at the local levels and be able to move up into the TCAs, the AMSs, the Milsim West, the Players Wanted, those Milsim companies, and not be lost when you get there. Everything from communications to safety briefs to the waivers you have to fill out to it just was such a like a lost feeling when I first got there for my first. I want everybody to learn and move up. Go from the airsoft player to the milsim player and be ready to go. And that's what my company does. That's why we go into the smaller fields around the area. Also, we are looking for AOs to do some of the bigger games too, though. So we expect to branch out sometime next 2 years. We'll branch out of Florida, but for now we're looking for AOs in Florida, looking for fields to go do this at. And if anybody on here is listening and wants a company to come in and run the milsim event for them, that's what we're going to do for you.
That's awesome.
So,
and the motto again.
Motto again is when airsoft becomes more.
See, and there is a lot behind that. There's a lot to that a lot of people don't understand. None of us started here. We all
right.
started somewhere.
Somewhere to be.
and to be able to go from one place to the next. And not everybody wants to do that. Some people are plenty happy just playing at a local level. Some people, that's all they ever want to do, and that there's nothing wrong with any bit of it. You are that great transition piece, as you know, as we have been. You know, Toucan and myself, and even before Toucan was on board, that was kind of the goal, building of the community, and it's almost a handoff, you know, from what we do at the local field, and what we try to promote, obviously, in any of the events that we have, and then get them over to you, and then you give them over to Sal and Bo and guys like that, you know, and get them all hooked up that way. I think that, and for those of you, and I apologize that I didn't get this up, I thought I had. Unfortunately, that was my fault.
Wow, Greg, and not me. You did something wrong.
I do things wrong. I do things wrong all the time.
See my manifesting blame on others when I in fact messed up in the first 5 minutes of the stream.
So those of you guys that if you want to go check them out,
NuBreedAirsoft.com.
There we go. Yep, right there. Make sure you get yourself on over there. We'll go ahead and post up. You have an events page there and all of that.
We do have an events page there. Unfortunately, the new one that's coming up, we don't have the tickets up yet. They're going to be going up with the next day or two. We'll announce that here shortly. But that will be Operation Backyard will be listed there, and you can purchase your tickets directly from the website. Go out to it's an Eventbrite. We'll be up through Eventbrite, and we'll talk about that here shortly. Not right this moment. I noticed that Hefty one of the Milsamish events that I forgot to mention is Operation Lion's Claws. That's another favorite one I go to, and then Mere Tactical. That's another one I've been to a few of his games. But
Southern Watch.
Southern Watch. Yep.
Yeah.
Southern Watch.
Super fun.
See you later.
And then, of course, Dead End Outfitters. I mean, once he gets his new indoor field opened up, and then also he has his outdoor field right now. So I'm looking.
Woo!
I'm looking to head down there. You know, take a weekend, especially during the summer months. You know, we don't want to be outside. We want to be indoors under maybe some AC. We're gonna have AC there. I'm not sure.
Weiner, I like that give or take. It's like we're really excited to go to Mere Tactical, and you have a field.
So yes, we it is official, 100% official. We did sign the lease. Yes,
Good.
there is air conditioning throughout the entire building, not just in one location.
Good deal.
We do. We accept the keys August 1st. September 1st, the store will be there, and then no later than February 1st, we will be 100% open for business. But again, this is not about us right now. So why?
Good.
so when Doomsday disbanded,
Yes.
Now I know, if I remember correctly, without going into too many details and muddying anything at all, there was a point when they were talking about disbanding, and you were interested. At that point, you were already interested in running your own show.
Correct.
And you were actually wanting to try to carry on the Doomsday tradition, right?
Correct. That was one of the things I wanted to do. I had a business partner at the time who was, part of Doomsday, and not knowing what was going on, it was not offered to me as a option, or offered to us as an option to take over Doomsday. So that's why I decided to go another route. I think it was trying to. There was some bunch of background stuff that was going on.
Sure.
Doomsday. However,
not to muddy the waters, but I know that's that. I mean, that was right around when you wanted to.
Yeah,
you were like, this is something I want to get into.
Yeah, because one part of the group wanted to retire, ready to go, which I completely understood, wanted to take care of the kids stuff, but I would have been cool to take on the continue on with the Doomsday name. But I did end up overall with all the Doomsday props, which I still use a big chunk of them today for my events. So I did end up with Doomsday props, and now they have NuBreed stickers all over them, which is good, which is a good thing. And everything turns back up after I do an event. So. But, that's where ATE came along.
Okay, and that was
created.
Your first foray into it.
Yep, first foray into it by myself, and
you proved
did good
and beyond.
We could do it. It's just, I mean, we had the very first event we did was Aftermath. Aftermath was a fan event. We did it in Ocala at the Wayne's
World of Airsoft.
Yep, Wayne's World of Airsoft and paintball. But we did it there, and
thank you very much. Thank you, Mike.
That's great, Maurice. Yep, we did it there and had a very successful event. But there were some things that happened in the backgrounds that was making it hard for us to go back there.
Mm-hmm.
But then we started. Then of course, business partners and stuff wanted to go even bigger, and some things happened. Some things were said, and AT got attacked to the point where we weren't going anywhere, and it was just better if we just shut it down and take my losses. And go
ATE was counterattacked.
ATE, you know, what's funny is I still have one of the patches here. I didn't burn the patches because the patches were definitely pretty cool. Just too bad.
Absolutely no disrespect to you, but when the whole kerfuffle was going down, people were giving you guys guff. The funniest thing I saw was one of your patches in a kitty litter box. I was like, damn.
You know what? If you sent me that'd be cool, but I never saw that.
Oh.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
The best one was me as a float in the New York Macy's Day Parade.
I was going to bring it up. It's really funny.
It's a funny one, but it actually was kind of funny because they started to the companies that were attacked, which shouldn't have been attacked, started to go after me for a little bit. Then, of course, I had a bunch of people come to my defense saying, "No, this was not him at all." And
people kind of started rallying around you like halfway through,
which was cool. So that told me that I could do this. That's
right.
That was a huge ego boost for me. I'm granted my ego's this way anyways with Airsoft because I love everybody and everybody seems to, at least as far as I know, unless they're talking behind my back. I don't know.
I just love the mob that was like, "Kill yourself." You're handsome though.
Oh, yeah, for an old guy. Okay, yeah, for an old guy. Yep. But
Weiner, I have a question. I have an important question because we're going to deviate too far from the relevancy of this question.
That's okay. I had something I needed to mention too about you and about you.
In terms of, I know I'm very ugly and gay. In terms of the kinds of events you're running and coordinating and creating, what style is associated more with your events? What do you relate more? What, I should say, other event companies have inspired your style with your event company in terms of creating a product? So
one of my big companies that I look up to and trying to style after, actually there's two, but the main one, believe it or not, is TCA. Sal Zaninga and Sam Asadi and stuff. And I love
that, Sal.
I love their events. I love what they do. And don't get me wrong, AMS is kind of sort of the next one that I enjoy because it was the first Milsim event I ever went to. AMS was definitely an eye opener for me. But TCA, who also they brought me under their wing and showed me the way events should be run. I like to think that I could be like them one day, but I'm still growing. I'm still
relax.
No,
I'm
also
kidding.
old though, so somebody may have to carry on the legacy later on down the road. But I plan on being there whether I'm in a wheelchair with a walker for a long, long time. The walker with the instead of tennis balls on the end of the feet, I'll have grenades on the end of the feet.
Have you ever watched the film Wild Wild West with Will Smith?
Yes, I have.
I want you to be the bad guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, wheelchair.
It's like, pardon me, please come to the safety briefer now.
Now
Lord,
I got to mention this real quick. My games, although they're patterned after TCA, I use the TCA rules. I was given permission to use them and modify them how I needed to for NuBreed and for the Airsoft community. But True Tingle and Christian Harris are both my game writers. Depending on which event, which facility I'm at, and stuff like that. But they are the game writers for these events, and I'm sure if you've ever been to any of Toucan's games,
there's a lot of them. Sadly,
there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. He does a lot of great work and stuff like that. So there's some fields depending on where I'm at, and then other fields are small. It depends on who finds the AOs and stuff along those lines. Is who I'm hiring on board as the game controllers for my events. So just know you're going to have an awesome game whenever you come.
What, Weiner supporting local product creationists in the community?
Also another thing too with NuBreed Airsoft is my store, which is kind of the store that goes with, not my store, but
your store.
No, it's not my store.
Your store.
The store that I bring with my company. I kind of patterned it kind of like the way TCA does with junkies type of thing. They have the junkie store all the time with Sam Asadi there. I've got
shout out to Sam Asadi.
I've got my own Sam Asadi, although he's a lot shorter. Dead Outfitters.
Weiner, I don't like how every time we talk about Sam Asada, you say his complete first and last name, and then you spit on the floor and make a nasty look, and then you keep talking about
it.
it.
Did I do that? Oh, shoot.
To be fair, Sam does the same thing, so it's okay.
But no, it's awesome to see, the big brothers out there, even though I'm older than them.
Sure.
The big brothers out there who are kind of, I look up to them as mentors. Definitely do 100%.
Yeah.
I even look to Papa as one of my mentors. Toucan, you too, because I like to have a team that I look up to and respect, and that's exactly what I've got, what I have.
I mean, we've said so many times about meeting the people that we've met through this, doing all that. It means a lot, and it helps us grow things.
Right.
The watching you go through, what you had to go through to get to where you are now,
right.
Certainly was entertaining.
Oh yeah, well no, it was entertaining.
It was certainly entertaining.
It was fun to watch my balls drop finally. So yeah,
it was.
I don't roll over anymore.
Which is, there's a lesson in everything, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just, it's all a learning experience. I still come out of it smiling. You got to these days. You can't be aggravating anybody because you'll run everybody off. And I love all the players. From Rage to Catchman Crisper. He's another one I look up to with him and his TDZ team and him running the Lions Claw events. And then
God bless Crisper. God bless him.
And being in command and everything. And then everybody from we got. God, I'm going to regret, but Donna Tingle too. Even when she's there, I mean, I can control her. When she does the
see ya, bye.
And then of course you can't forget Mark. I mean, you can't forget Joker. I mean, he's another one of those. No, he won't. He's another one of those characters out there that you put up there. Mark Sears. That's correct. He has a good event that he does up in the Northeast. Up in that area there, Pennsylvania. Yep. So he does good. I mean, I had a blast. We went to his event this weekend. We had a blast. Even though it was Toucan who made the event the best. I mean, we had a blast. It was a players wanted event. It was awesome. So he tends to wrangle the best people in, to do his work. So.
You have made it a point to surround yourself with those that do and strive towards what you do and strive towards, and it shows.
Yep.
Your goal, I know, is to be however big you can be and continue to stay with what you started with Team Punisher with.
Right.
To make sure.
Correct. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one thing I forgot. Let me bring that up too in a second here.
But no, by all means.
Team Punisher. One of the things with Team Punisher I did, like I said, with the morale patches and the kids that come along, what I do now with my events is I always have an extra gun on hand, a brand new gun to give away at a raffle. And while we're out there, I want dads to bring their kids to come play.
Mm-hmm.
Want them to be at our events, the ones that we can. The big AOs, that may be a different story with the insurance and things like that. But the local field events, I want dad to bring his 8 or 9 or 10-year-old there, because that most of the time those 8 or 9 or 10-year-olds that come, or 12-year-olds that come with their dad, have more, as you term it, more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's
lawsuits, memories, felonies, crippling injuries.
Good stuff. Where the
bonding.
What is it? The integrity.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, have more integrity.
I wasn't sure where you were going with it, to be honest.
Integrity is a big thing when you play, and the kids, they don't whine at all. They take their hits, walk off, or don't yell that I got you and things like that. And what I do is we find that one kid at each event. Usually there is only one kid there. If I got 2, then I'm in trouble. I'll probably have to find another gun. But there's always that one kid there who's playing with an old beat up dad's hand-me-down or something like that. And I turn around and as Team Punisher, look at what they used to do and announce it as Team Punisher, we hand that kid a gun at the raffle. We don't draw his ticket or anything like that. We'll call him up and we'll make a big deal.
Yeah.
Just like we did little Louie at the who was at the Cannonball Run game with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be a staple at all of our events that we have locally around Florida and stuff.
And it's great to see. I mean, it's good to see them coming up.
They're the future of airsoft. I mean, you have to have that. I mean, otherwise airsoft's going to die. And the more that we get with integrity and with sportsmanship and all that stuff, the high fives and all that, the more we get, the better the sport is going to be. 100%.
It's definitely about all that. We've done everything we can to keep it moving in that direction. It's definitely improved. I was trying to find there were some photos I saw the other day that were taken from back in, gosh, I think it was 2016. But 2017, or excuse me, 2015, rather, 9 years ago. It was 9 years ago.
Wow.
We were at OP, and there's photos of everybody playing, and it's just amazing to me to see even my son, who would have been, I think, 12 at the time, something like that. And he's running around, no lower face protection, just like some shooting glasses. He wasn't alone though. I mean, like everybody on the field running around with, nobody knew. There was no chrono to be found. We didn't know any of that back then. There was nothing to have back then.
Right.
And just over the past several years, have we begin to use, now you step into airsoft. There is no step into airsoft and Wild West. You step in and you're stopped at the gate. Here's the rules. There are actual rules now. It's not just, hey, if you're bleeding, step off the field. There's actual rules.
A great improvement.
It definitely has been. Definitely has been. Just as the safety factor, and safety adds to fun, and fun keeps them coming back, and that's the key. And you have definitely, you embody that.
Thank you.
I hope to see things just continue to get together. You keep using this guy next to me here. He's going to make sure you get all the props you need.
Hello.
Fancy props.
Hello.
His new fun and functional props.
And hopefully interesting and fun gameplay. I mean, that's always good.
That's always a positive. That's
a gift. I like your new stuff. That's a gift.
Okay. What, the old me isn't good enough? What the hell is that?
Old you that was yesterday. Do something today. Yeah.
Cripe. See, I have a bunch of bosses, so if I get frustrated with one, I just go cry to the other.
There you go. And then we'll just toss you a tissue.
Yeah, but all my bosses in cahoots, so it doesn't work out.
That's right.
This is good.
That's right. I'll call you before you
and honestly, and I'm glad. I love the relationship that we've developed as far as, like you said, where we model ourselves after TCA and Junkies.
Yep.
Neither one of us proposes that we are nearly their size.
No. Never.
I propose that I'm nearly the size of a middle schooler. And so, but I like that relationship. I like being able to do those things and be able to support you as you support me.
Right.
And then just boss him around. So that works out great.
Actually, with Toucan, you don't have to boss him around. You just let him go do his thing.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Go do it because he's trustworthy.
Yeah, let him off the leash. Get him, boy.
Right. Get him. Let him out of his cage.
Woof, bark.
Actually, what we do is we hold back his medication.
Oh God.
Very nice. Oh no.
That was what? The voices.
Yeah. So you've got. I mean, you ready? Did Max pop? I didn't even see Max pop in.
Yeah, but Max popped in. You got Rattlers. Matter of fact, Rattlers asked a question. What about December? We're still in talks. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I have a walkthrough. That we have a walkthrough this weekend.
Hello.
But we're not saying where yet because we don't want to jinx it. Put it that way. We have a nice walkthrough to do for an actual real world.
We're walking the fields of Mordor.
Yeah,
yes.
Mordor. That's it. Yep, Mordor, or Hodor, or Holdador.
So you've kind of got the rest of the year planned out right now.
To a certain extent, yes, because I know I got a whole bunch of emails about doing an event in December, and my problem with doing an event in December, there's also a TCA game in December that I want to go to, and then
the mirror event,
and the mirror event, and also I have what is it? That event. Also, it's the holidays. It's Christmas. So we have to watch what we pick and stuff like that, and I could be flying out somewhere, during that. But I definitely want to be at the Guardian Center because I love going there, and I love working with TCA because they're going to be doing the series. Which one is it?
I think it's Series Viking.
It's Series Viking there in December. That is correct. So, but at the same token is if depending on when dates open up for this AO that I would definitely love, and Christian would definitely love, and Papa would definitely love to be at.
Absolutely.
I don't know. We're looking at different dates, so like I said, I'll know more after Saturday after we do our walkthrough, and we'll go from there. But I know I got a ton of emails from this one group over here.
No idea who you could be talking about.
He made everybody. He made everybody. He made everybody text me or message me, and I will. But I love those guys. Dade County Milsim, the Brotherhood, Meal Team 6. I forget who else. I mean, I have a list. Snack Team 6, not Meal Team 6. Okay, Snack Team 6, and whoever else is all part of that whole group. Like I said, Dade County Milsim, Rattlers Rage, just that whole group, the Brotherhood. Yep. I'll call them all the Brotherhood, so I don't miss anybody. But yeah, so I'm working on it. I am working on it. I have not said no yet. But so coming up in. We can talk about coming up in October. It's official. Desi Johnson over there at Orlando Extreme Airsoft on the east side of Orlando, Route 13, over by the Raceway, has agreed to let us come in and do a Milsim type event called Operation Backyard. And that's October 25th and 26th. It's a Friday night, Saturday. We have camping on site, free camping. There's a whole storyline that will be going up on the page soon. There's a picture of the patch that will be coming out for that event. Drew Tingle is my story writer, game controller for that event. Christian will be there. Toucan will be there at that event.
I get to show up.
He gets to show up.
We're actually working on a couple props for you, custom props, just for that event.
Yes, he is. Yep, some custom props. There was a question on here asked if I'll be supplying the grills. If the ticket sales are good up to that point, I will supply 2 grills, 1 for each side, for the cook-off for Friday night. And it won't be just a little grill. It'll probably be one of the, like a Brookstone.
Just know that you guys will all be fighting for 2nd and 3rd place because just saying.
Yep. But you come out to the, like I said, come out for the competition. We will have actual judges out there. I might even bring my son-in-law down so he can see what's going on because he is a barbecue competition. Not I want to say king, but he is a fiend, beast. Barbecue competition beast. He participates up in the St. Augustine area, and I've been talking to my daughter about him coming out. And if I have my travel trailer by then, we'll be using it there for that.
Way to throw in a ringer. Good job.
Yep. So, yeah. Well, no, he's not going to compete. He's going to be a judge. Because I'm not going to throw in a ringer. I'm not going to do that. Watch him want to compete, or maybe he'll make some of his brisket or his ribs and stuff. His world champion brisket or ribs. That'd be awesome. I don't think she's listening to her anyway, so we're golden. But anyway, so it's a battle. It's an Operation Backyard Battle of the Two Brothers. Our 2 COs are already picked out. Rage from Dade County Milsim. He's going to be the military side, and then the civilian side will be Justin Wessey from
shout out to Shadow Legion,
which we haven't seen him in a while because he had to shave his beard off and he actually has to work for a living now. So we haven't seen him in a while. We do miss him big time.
What does he have, a family or something? What a square he's become.
A family and a new job. I mean, he's working for a new I don't know, sheriff's department. I think he's either working for a new sheriff's department.
It's the new sheriff's department.
New sheriff's department. So he's been real busy with that. He said things are going to get a little quiet, but of course, the way things are going these days, he's been extra busy, especially when he's higher up in rank. But he will be there as your CO for the civilians. So civilians against military again. I know that Dade County Milsim, all their guys are going to be wearing green, but any type of camo except for no black camo this time at all. That'll be black. The black colors will be for the admins, but not just their pants. The shirts will have the fluorescent yellow shirts for my professional admins that will be out there. And that's, like I said, October 25th and 26th. That's a Friday night free camping out. You'll camp out there on site if you want to. If you don't want to camp out there, there are plenty of hotels in the area. We're on the east side of Orlando. It's not much to head up 50 and go right into where all the hotels are at, right there just before you get into Orlando. So if you don't want to camp out for free, you can stay in a hotel. It's also real close. The reason it's called Operation Backyard also is not because it's just a barbecue grill. It's actually less than a half hour from where I live, but I'm not telling you where I live.
Oh, way to make the rest of the travel.
Yep. Yeah. I traveled enough in my life, but but the main reason I'm there at that field is because Desi Johnson, who owns the field, he's a major paintball player and competition paintball player, and he has graciously allowed us to come there and do airsoft on his field. He had an event there, which Stryker had an event there not too long ago, a few months ago, and the field was just. I went and played, and a bunch of us went and played, and the field was just it was awesome with the bridges and the structures and just the amount of the field that he had. He has a helicopter cage out there. He has some bunch of vehicles out there, things along those lines. So and he's been working on it ever since to even build it up more. And he's very much since the airsoft event happened there, he's very much my dog's over here growling because he wants to go. You guys need to go out or what? That's Blue over there sighing by the door.
I'm going to ask you a little bit about what's to come. Before I do that, though, I want to get your permission to do something. I want to go ahead and put up, if I can, somebody that we all support, which is VFA.
Yes.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this up there.
Yep, please do.
Yep. And
guys,
those of you in the chat right now, go ahead. If anybody watching this, check out the ticker there.
Give me a second. Let me let my
son of a gun
back out.
Hang on. Be right back. Anyway. I gotta change that
anyway. I got a drink. I'm back. You can do the stream again.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, that's better. Well, that's terrible. No, that's what it's got to be, though. Oh Lord, no, I can't. What the? Sorry. All right. So no. So so right now, End of Airsoft is doing a. They've got a raffle going on right now, and it's an awesome raffle. For not only is it an entire night vision kit, including PBS 14s, but they've just also added a golden ticket to the battle at Six Flags for you and a buddy. Why is that so long? Jeez.
Wow. I almost talked an hour.
His raffle is trying to get it, but it's just so long.
Hey Mo, if I didn't acknowledge you.
So what I was going to ask you about was the upcoming.
Yes.
What? Where would you like to when 2025 hits? What are some of your goals for 2025? And not be event here, event. What are you thinking about for your future?
So one of the things looking for the future of NuBreed Airsoft is more events, more fields, but more real world AO. So we're actually actively looking. I said that earlier. Actively looking for real world AOs, whether it be a hospital, a school, an old school, something abandoned. There's actually an old abandoned hotel, things along those lines to do real world AO events. But also, believe it or not, Airsoft Extreme, Orlando Extreme Airsoft or Airsoft Extreme Airsoft has another field up in Hudson, Florida, which I want to go check out and look at, possibly do another event. Next year, I'm looking to have like Cannonball Run 2. Have that event. I'm sure we're going to try and do another North versus South next year. But I want to have a few more events. We've got to grow. We're only going to grow from here on out, and taking it slow is for me is the best way. I still have a full-time job that I have to do, so which keeps getting in the way of my my airsoft life. So I have to watch that also. But luckily, I have good people underneath. I have Sebastian, who's my media. I have Donna and Drew, who help out wherever they can. Mo's one of my admins. I got my new hire up here, Christian. Oh,
hello.
I got new photographer. I got Emma. I got Mini Dom. I got Nico. I mean, I got a lot of people who want to see us succeed also, and of course, my support from Dead End Outfitters. Always
all day, every day
helps us grow all day, every day. And by the way, go check out his website at deadendoutfitters.net and check out all the cool products he has, including the new Battle Buddies or Battle Bricks.
The Battle Buddies. You can buy a Battle Buddy for only 1,800 easy payments of $1. You too can have a friend.
You too can have a toucan.
So there, I was actually able to shorten his URL for him a little bit.
I got you.
Guys, go there. Copy that link down. Go there. That's going to get you an opportunity. It's $20 for a ticket. I can tell you, we already have a bunch. I say we, I mean me. And that's, the old thing, you can't win if you don't play. Thank you, Facebook, by the way, for taking my post down. I don't know if they put it back up or not. I actually shared this out and tried to get other people to join in. And I said, $20 is $20, but in this time, $20 may be more than $20 because everything you could possibly win here. And they thought it was promoting guns and violence, so they blocked it, and then I had to go and
go tell them it wasn't. Hey, by the way, time to get a new camera. You're kind of starting to turn fuzzy.
Anytime. What to who? When I turn to the camera?
Yeah, your camera looks fuzzy. You look fuzzy in your camera.
Like currently.
That's true, though.
Will he talk on the phone?
Will you talk on? Oh my God! Tonight is not the night to exist around my friends.
I currently look fuzzy.
CRISPR, I'm sorry.
What is going on here? Oh, what happened here? Oh, I see what he did. Sorry, I was looking at my Google Drive, the new Operation Backyard patch.
All right, so
it's cool. We're only on a live stream. It's fine.
Yeah. I know, but I got two big monster screens on either side, like over here, one here.
Wait, you turned like this. You went. Oh, I better check my screen.
I know. So I
have 4 minutes left.
It's a monster screen.
So
I got one here too.
We got 4 minutes left.
Yes, we do.
Is your goal at some point to be a large event producer, something along the lines of TCA or something like that?
I would love to be if I live long enough. I know it's going to take a little while to get that way, but if not, the legacy of NuBreed Airsoft will carry on. If I'm not around, or if I'm in a wheelchair or hooked up to a machine or something, but it will carry on one way or another. Because NuBreed Airsoft, the premise behind it is just it has to continue on. So maybe my grandkids will run it after I'm gone. I know my grandson, my 4-year-old grandson, is like chomping at the bit. I'm sure he would love to be doing this. Right now, it's good that he isn't in it. But luckily, his parents are. Evening, gentlemen. Hey. But, yeah, $270 monitors. $270.
No.
$270. Yeah, you meant degree.
Yep. I gotcha. 270-degree monitors.
Old man.
Yeah, that's why I'm flowing.
The events from DEO, I never intended to be that large. Don't have a.
Oh yeah, well, you never intended to own your own field.
Big.
What are you talking about? Or own your own indoor field, for that matter. Or
yeah, you're right. I never did. I never intended any of this.
I know
this garbage here. Never.
I remember going to your first event, meeting you, and that was me running around with the bag full of fake explosive, to throw up on top of the second story to take those out for the win.
Yep.
And everybody standing around watching me, this old guy doing it because I didn't kill him. Everybody else got wiped out. And I remember that field there and had a blast. You got to meet Buns there.
Yes.
The very first time you met Buns. Yep. Who was probably about the same height as you. Maybe she's a little taller. But anyways.
Always been taller than me since I've known her. So yeah.
Yep. So that was she used to be the girlfriend who used to play airsoft all the time. Whenever she was there when I broke my leg at the TCA event. Yep. When I walked off the culvert, that was nothing to do with TCA. I walked off the culvert, broke my leg.
So I mean, it's fantastic to see where you've come. We've gotten to. I'm glad you stayed resilient, persevered. Other guys would have just kind of packed it up. And I hope you see everyone that's behind you.
Oh yeah,
you've got people that even during that piece, like you said earlier, they stood up for you. They got behind you. Got you.
They help me realize that this is where I want to be, and this is what I want to do when I retire from my real job. This is what I'm going to be doing. And if I'm traveling around in an RV with a technical attached to the back of it, that's what I want to do. Or go somewhere,
hell yeah,
have an event somewhere, and do what. That's exactly what I want to be and what I want to do.
So I have a lot of people. I have people that come in and they tell me that someday they want to run a field and they want to have a store. They want to do these kinds of things. And my advice to them is don't.
I'll send it. That's exactly right. I'll send them to me. I'll tell them don't do it.
I was going to ask you if you had any advice to anybody that says they want to do that. What would you say to them?
What would I say to them? It's not cheap. You find out who your true friends are, and but when you're on the field doing the event, when you're standing up in front of everybody talking to them, it's rewarding, especially when they come up after you and thank you for the event or want you to have an event at a certain time, wants you to put on that event somewhere.
Right.
That's what makes it all rewarding.
Without a doubt.
Yep. So 100%.
So,
yep.
Anything you want to leave us with?
Come October, keep checking out our website. The website's only going to get better. Right now, let me apologize for the website because it's kind of a little. Some of the descriptions of us on there. Don't get me wrong, the guy who did it was awesome, but it's a little too. I don't want to say egotistical. A little too. I won't say harsh either, but it's God, what's the word? There was a word I had for it. I can't. God, I'm getting
aggressive.
Old. Aggressive. Maybe it's aggressive language on there, or a little too self. Not deprecating. It's the other word. Self.
Indulgent.
Indulgent. Self-indulgent. Yeah, it's a little too indulgent. I guess that's the word for it. The descriptors are good, but if you apply them to myself and my team and stuff like that, that it's all in good fun and all through the heart. I got to get with your IT guy because I'm trying to get Seb to do something, and with all this other stuff going on, I'll throw him under the bus right now. He's very slow, but the stuff he produces is awesome. Although I shouldn't say that because Mini Dom is the one who did the videos, all the videos we've had out, and the professional videos.
Those videos rule.
Yes, the videos we have out. That's another thing that makes us look so good is those videos, especially when they get good shots of me on my skinny side, not my fat side. Oh wow, we went over. We're a minute over. We gotta go.
We're going off now. Yep, guys. Thank you everybody for coming on. Greatly appreciate it.
Yep.
Weiner, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much. I always enjoy your streams.
Maybe
I
I'll
watch
get
them all
to see
the
you
time.
this weekend. I guess we'll never know. Maybe I'll see
This
you
weekend.
This weekend.
I'm not sure yet, only because Mom's birthday is this weekend. So, but I'd love to.
You never know. It could happen.
Right. That'd be cool if you come up. If you come up, that'd be awesome.
All right.
Or if you came down.
Well, that would be awesome. But I got a mother, 85-year mother, had a birthday today.
Say goodbye.
Just get another one.
We'll get out of here. Bye, Gracie.